Well, good morning, West Ham fans. So, get Tim to the Greek. Yes, everybody, a lovely Thursday to you all. And guess what? There's no Julian Lopetegui press conference today. It's because it's tomorrow. Because we're playing on Sunday. But you don't have to listen to it if you don't want to. We always try and give you the review immediately after, take out a few of the for sure, because he likes that little phrase, he bless him, old Julien. But that'll be tomorrow. Tomorrow lunchtime will be the press conference ahead of the Man United game. Now, Anton spoke about it. Yes, I'm sure one of the questions they'll be asked tomorrow is about timeframes for Nicholas Fulkrug. Now, I was reading an article on one of the West Ham sites the other day, and they were drawing parallels to an NFL player who had he's got a similar injury at the moment, and there's no time frame for him in terms of returning as well. It's a similar, I think it's Achilles Ioannidis is a special term for the injury, we believe. Anton spoke about it yesterday how he's flying to Germany to try and get some help for this injury. And it's no surprising that we've been heavily linked with probably 3 or 4 strikers in the last sort of week or so, week to 2 weeks. Obviously, Alexander Zorloff we've been linked with, the Atletico Madrid Norwegian international striker. They bought him from Villarreal last year, about £25 million, I think it was, 2025, something like that. He had a very good season. He was second in the La Liga scoring charts for Villarreal. He's gone to Atletico Madrid, and he isn't having the best of the time there. But they've bought a striker who doesn't fit the Diego Simeone style of football. Who would do that? Who would buy a striker that doesn't fit the system they're playing? Won't catch West Ham doing that. Only once. Slash 50 times. We've been linked with him. We're linked with Fotis Ioannidis from Benfica, the former AZ Alkmaar player who we played against and also we were linked with. But he had a good showing for Greece against England in the international break. But another guy we're linked with is this gentleman. Again, we've sort of tentatively been linked to him before, but apparently, according to reports, including Alex Crook's Talksport's Alex Crook, West Ham are interested in the Panathinaikos 24-year-old Greek international striker, Fotis Ioannidis. There we go. Ioannidis. I think Ioannidis. We need him. But I was doing it before, and there's so many different ways you can pronounce his name. There was Wankidus, someone said, but Ioannidis. That seems to be the consortium in terms of consensus. But apparently, we have been linked with him in a January move. Now, he was heavily linked with a number of clubs away in the summer. Genoa. There was another one as well. It was Genoa, who's at Sporting Lisbon as well. Ipswich apparently put in a €22 million bid for him, which was rejected out of hand by Panathinaikos. Bologna also interested. He was very keen to go to Bologna, but they wouldn't match the valuation that Panathinaikos were putting on his head, which is around 25 million by all accounts. He's 24, so got a few years ahead of him. Last year, he totaled with 23 goals and 9 assists in all competitions across 44 games for Panathinaikos. So that's 32 goal involvements in 41 games. That's not a bad shout. He's been capped by the full Greek international side. Is it 13 times off the top of my head? 13 times, 5 goals, operating mainly as a centre forward, but he has played on the wing, on sort of the left and right side if need be as well. But his main focus is as a centre forward, and he's sort of, him, Zorloff, Pavlidis. If you look at all of them, they're very similar types of player in terms of, a lump. The big lads. He's 6'2". I think it's the same height as Fulkrug. and they're going to hold up the ball. They're not going to be blistering pace as such, but they're going to be able to hold up the ball and be relatively lethal in front of goal. Zulov, I think, was 25, 30 goals last season. And so, he was having a very good season for last year for the Yellow Submarines in La Liga. So it does seem maybe Zulov might be slightly more preferred because it looks like he would be potentially a loan deal. Pavlidis, you were looking at, 25 million quid, which in retrospect, that's what we paid less that for Nicholas Fulkrug, to be honest. Obviously, an untested league. He has played in Europe as well. So, he's an international striker as well. So maybe slightly less risk. And apparently we've been keeping an eye on him and scouting him and whatnot for a while now. And so it'll be interesting to see what happens. There's definitely a need in January to bring in someone else. Again, we still don't have a time frame on when Fulkrug will likely be back and then likely be fit enough because, it seems that by all accounts, particularly towards the end of his time at Dortmund, he was losing fitness quite a lot. And again, always seems to be coming out for the cracks now after we've signed him. It's almost like, you haven't done your MOT check on him. And you found out cut and shut. Jesus, sorry. I do apologise for that blue language at so early in the morning. It just slipped out. That's what she said. But what do you think? To be honest, I don't know a lot. I've now gone and seen a little bit of his highlights. He seems to be a decent striker. To be honest, is he any worse that we've got? Probably not. He's young as well. He's 24, so he hasn't really ideally hit his peak. I'm just having a look at his injury history. That's always a good thing to look at with our strikers. He had some last year. He was out for 16 days with a fracture. Christ. He had a couple of days rest, so he didn't really get injured much last year. And that was really at the beginning of the season. 23-24 season, he missed a few games due to a muscle injury. 9 games that season. Oh, he's perfect for us. Pretty much the whole of January and into February he missed. Pelvic contusion. Ooh, who are misses? There was a bit of a cut and shunt. And a foot injury. So not a massive amount. I think over the last 1, 2, 3, 4 seasons, he's missed 12, 16, 20 odd games. 20 odd games. So, well, you'll break his leg as soon as he comes to West Ham. It's just the way it is. But keep an eye on that one. I think I can see legs in that. I can see legs. And will it be a case of saying Halloumi to Ioannidis? Whopper opportunity to get him in. Any more? He's a Slovaki. No. Slovak. No, it doesn't work. Doesn't work with kebab. Maybe Lopetegui will go from tactics to Taziki. It'd be like Greece lightning. I tell you, Greece is definitely the word. I can't think of any more. If you let me know in the comments of any other Greek puns. A Greek tragedy. There we go. From Athens with love. That would do. Keep an eye on the channel. We'll have a lunchtime show. A bit more news. More players have been linked with, it seems now. Maybe a little bit more around. I'm sure there'll be some more stuff going out about Lopetegui as well. And Hammer's headlines as well. And then maybe tonight, or maybe in the weekend, we'll have the first episode of Desert Island Games. So for anyone new, any of the channel members have known about this already because we've already tried it, we tested it with you guys. You seem to like it. But basically, the idea is the idea of Cultaholic actually, but they're a wrestling channel. They're not a football channel. We know Ross. Actually, hopefully Ross will be on in the Newcastle game preview. But the idea is you're on a desert island. You can only take 3 games to watch with you for the rest of your life. And it can't be, probably West Ham games, of course, and it can't be the last game at the bowling or the game in Prague because they've been burnt. They're stranded. So, yeah, it'd be quite... We're going to have Martin Godliman, the voice of West Ham, my ant, the ant to my deck. So that'll be fun. That'll be fun. I'm looking forward to that. But anyway, until that time, make sure you subscribe if you know there's any content we've got coming up. We've got some really good guests coming up next few weeks, as per usual. Rusty Bior, I'm like the postman. I always deliver. And until next time, take care, stay safe, stay warm, stay humble, keep the faith, and come on, you irons. Whoopah!